We have finished the first half of the Atlantic hurricane season with nothing too major, but now that we're going into the back half of this hurricane season, could things change? I will give you my perspective of the backside of the season in this video. It's CBF Cyclone, Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. Today is the climatological peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. What that means is that is the day where the highest chances of a tropical cyclone being in the Atlantic. However, at this time, there is nothing in the Atlantic, but there is an area to watch that I will go over in this video. Starting with Kiko. Kiko dissipated earlier today and is no longer in existence, so it did not bring much of an impact to Hawaii in terms of winds and stuff and rain, but it did bring very rough sea conditions, very rough surf. Invest 95E currently has an 80% chance of development in the next 2 days and a 90% chance of development in the next 7 days. This will probably be a very strong system. It will get the name Mario, and it could very easily be a major hurricane, but I expect it to stay out in the Pacific, but I will keep you updated on that. And we have a new system in the Atlantic that the National Hurricane Center tagged today. It currently has a 0% chance of development in the next 2 days and a 20% chance of development in the next 7 days. The forecast models for the system, starting with the GFS model, they show the system developing and then very likely becoming a major hurricane, but staying out at sea, even east of Bermuda. But if you remember, for Invest 91L, which was earlier this month, it did not end up developing, but that's what models were originally saying about the system, that it would stay out at sea, and then they shifted further south. I'm not saying that is going to happen, but that's just something to keep an eye on. The European model shows a very similar scenario playing out, major hurricane, and then staying out at sea. I think this could be a Category 3 or a Category 4 hurricane. It's this first system right here. The European model shows this getting a little closer to the Caribbean, but again, staying out at sea, a front may come through and pull it up to the north, and it wouldn't be too much of a threat. But for this back half of the season, I'm thinking we'll see something very similar to what we had last year. Because last year's season was very backloaded. In fact, a year ago today, we had Tropical Storm Francine active. Francine made landfall in Louisiana as a Category 2 hurricane a year ago tomorrow, so I may do something about that in my video tomorrow, but probably not, we'll see. So stick around to find out. But yeah, I really think this will be a backloaded season. I'm not saying we'll see a Helene or a Milton, but I still think it'll be backloaded. Yeah, Helene was crazy. North Carolina is still recovering from that, but it's gotten better. Asheville is much better than what it was a year ago, or almost a year ago today. So yeah, it's recovering, but it is continuing to recover, and it is on its way. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and see ya.